again. So I know it's been literally almost 2 years, but I just wanted to come up here and update everyone. I'll go ahead and say the reason I haven't updated is because, well, right after I recorded that video, fell off the bandwagon again. So I eventually got back on it, but it wasn't until March of this year. So March 2017, the 25th actually. So I just wanted to update everybody on my progress. It's been a long journey, says the girl who's been doing it less than a year, but it's felt a lot longer than it has been because of the struggles that I've had to overcome. So I'll get into the details a little bit. Long story short, I realized I had a food addiction that I've had for 25 years. So trying to overcome that is a long process, almost a lifelong process. I've heard that if you have an addiction, it takes twice as long to break the addiction that you had the addiction. Weird wording, I know, I'm sorry, but say you're addicted to something for 5 years, supposedly it takes 10 years to overcome it completely. I know some people will disagree with that. Everybody's different. Some people say you never recover from it because it's with you for the rest of your life. Where I'm at right now in life, I can definitely probably agree with that statement. It's the hardest, most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life, is trying to drop all this weight. I guess I'll start out with my talking about my experience at Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness as a whole, I love. It's a great place with, no judgment. At least the one that I'm a member at. I'm still a member, but long story short, my vehicle that I use every day is almost 20 years old and it's got almost 240,000 miles on it. It's a Jeep Grand Cherokee 99 model. So it's seen better days, and where I live is about 40 minutes from Planet Fitness, so it takes quite a while to get there, and it's quite a ways away. So unless I'm using somebody else's car, or I don't go that often, which is pointless, I just don't go. So I miss it, but that's where I'm at right now currently. So I've actually been doing this program called Body Boss for the last couple weeks, and this is my second week, but I'm redoing week 1 of the pre-training program. There's 4 weeks of pre-training and 12 weeks total of the whole program. So it's a 16-week program if you do the 4-week training. So I'm on week 1 pre-training for the second time. This is the second week I'm doing it because it's going to take me more than 4 weeks to get in shape so I can do these workouts in the actual program. But I like it so far. It's just hard to stay motivated to actually do the work. Because it's workouts that I've never seen before, and it hurts way worse than anything I ever did at Planet Fitness. And I did the climb mill for 58 floors. I mean, from my last video, if you watched it, you'll know. By the way, I talked to a different trainer. When I had that membership, I went for a couple months, canceled it because it was too far and my Jeep was old. Didn't go for quite a ways. My weight actually went up from the point that I filmed that video. So my highest weight was 308. In March 25th, I weighed myself and I was 322 pounds. So I actually went up. So when I realized that, after I had canceled my Planet Fitness membership, I just binge ate everything. And I would stay up all night and eat. My husband would sleep and I'd eat. So of course I gained weight. But so I'm not going to get into details of all that. It's kind of depressing. But so long story short, I got a Planet Fitness membership again. Met this guy named Patrick, the personal trainer there, a different personal trainer from the one I had first time I joined. But he told me that cardio, an hour's worth of cardio was just not realistic for somebody that was just starting out and somebody at my weight. So we decided to institute or incorporate a little bit of cardio with a lot of strength training. And I did that for a while, loved it, but like I said, the distance and the mileage and the vehicle situation just wasn't feasible to keep up with that. So I do the workouts from home now. And I've actually, these last couple weeks, been doing something called HIIT training. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I'll go into detail a little bit. It's called high intensity interval training. So what that means is it's pretty much a cardio-based program, but it's better than cardio because it has something called an afterburn effect, which means that even after you're done working out, for up to 24 hours after you complete that workout, you will burn fat. So even while you're sleeping. Whereas cardio is mainly, you know, I'm not sure exactly how cardio works. I just knew that it burned fat, but I'm not sure how long you burn fat after the workout. I know people who do cardio do a lot of cardio at a time, like an hour's worth, which is a crazy amount of time to have your heart rate high that long. To me, it's just very traumatic on your body. So with the HIIT training, you're still getting your heart rate up. Like I said, it's harder than anything I've ever done, ever. And I'm so sore when I first started, so sore. Like, I literally felt like my legs were going to just break off at my hips and fall on the floor. That's how I felt. So with HIIT training, it's a shorter workout with more intensity, and you burn fat throughout the day and on to the next. So I like them better so far, even though they're way harder. They work for me, and that's what this whole journey is about, is finding what works specifically for you and your situation. You know your weaknesses, you know your strengths, and if you don't, that's what this journey is for. It will help you discover things about yourself that you never knew. And I'm more myself now than I ever have been, and I'm so thankful. Every day I wake up and I thank God for this privilege of this self-realization that I was dying. I was killing myself with food. With a knife and a fork, I was killing myself every day. So the fact that He's given me the strength to willingly overcome these hurdles and gives me the motivation to do so, all while relying on Him, trusting in Him, it's an amazing feeling. So it's actually brought me closer to God. Says the girl with black lipstick and a bat necklace. That's appearances aren't what they seem, so don't judge a book by its cover. I am a Christian. So let's see, different trainer, HIIT training. What I've been mainly doing since March is, my main focus has been low carb, so no breads, no pastas, stuff like that. I have them every now and then, like every now and then with dinner I'll have a baked potato or I'll have some mashed potatoes. But even then, I really try to limit it because I'm still having trouble finding my boundaries, like what's too much. So like the Sunday ice cream cones, my mom had some of those. Instead of eating one, I'd eat 3 at a time. So I discovered quickly that no, I can't. I just can't. So I gotta stay away from those. I'm still drinking only water. After the first video I filmed, I completely caved. I was drinking 2 liters a day. So since March, I have not had one pop, not one sip of pop at all. Not even a tiny little capful. None of that. So just strictly water, no tea, no juice, nothing. None of that. Nothing with sugar. The pains that I was experiencing when I filmed the first video, I had a lot of pain in my lower back. I told my husband I would go to the grocery store, and literally halfway through shopping, I would have to lean over my buggy because my lower back literally felt like it was going to snap in two. I'm not even joking. And my, which knee was it? I can't even remember now. One of my knees, I'll have to rewatch the video. One of my knees was really bad. Like, I couldn't bend down. I couldn't sit in the Indian position, Indian style. That's what we called it growing up. I'm sorry if it's offensive, whatever. My nephew's school calls it crisscross applesauce. I don't know. Okay, with your legs crossed in the floor, whatever. Couldn't sit like that because my whichever knee it was literally felt like it was going to snap in two. I'm not even joking. And at 25 years old, that is ridiculous. I've never had kids. I've never had anything in my life that would cause such trauma except for weight, and that is so sad. I was never into sports. None of that. Like, I played rough as a kid, but who didn't? So the fact that weight has put all this trauma on my body that I still have to deal with occasionally it's so depressing. So trying to overcome the guilt and the remorse and the shame of what I put my body through over the years is what I'm dealing with now. So that in itself makes you just want to go binge, which is ridiculous because that's what's put you there in the first place. But anyway, long story short. So my pains are gone. I still have the popping and cracking in my knees. I don't know what that is. I probably should talk to a doctor. But, you know, I've pretty much don't have pain anymore unless I really work out hard. And that's a whole different kind of pain, and you guys know what I'm talking about. So some motivational things that helped me just completely commit to this journey. And I can say that I've fully committed because I have not binged one time since I've started this in March. I've had some bad things every now and then, but I have not went on a complete binger like I used to since March. I've not had pop since March, and I have never consistently lost this much weight. I am officially down 68, almost 69 pounds since March. So that's a huge difference. I've never lost that much weight. I weigh less now than I have at least since 2010, definitely I know of. I wish I knew what I weighed when I graduated high school, but I don't. All I know is I'm in the same size now, getting ready to go in a size lower than I was in high school. So, it says a lot. I graduated in 2009, so I weigh less now than I did then. So, that's a really good feeling, and that's how I know that I'm sticking to it this time, because I've never had this much progress, and it's addictive. But some motivational things that made me realize this was, I was going down the road one day, in March, and I just realized nobody can make me change. Nobody is going to give me the body that I've always wanted, except for me. I'm the only person that can make myself change. I'm the only person that can get me to where I want to be. Nobody can do it for you. If they could, they would, but they can't. It's up to you. So realizing that it was 100% me was kind of a surreal experience, because knowing that I was in control was very empowering, is what I'm trying to say. And when I realized that, it made me want to change. So that's what I've been doing. Something that always held me back was I was afraid to have loose skin, and I still am, but I've realized that loose skin or saggy skin or extra things on your body that you don't want are not worth you staying in an unhealthy state. You are worth the body that you've always wanted for yourself. You are worth the dreams you have for yourself. You're worthy of achieving them. And you may not agree with me, but with God, all things are possible. And He is who has truly helped me. And the fact that I have such a great support team in my life really makes all the difference in the world. And I'm so thankful for every one of you every day. Like, you have no idea what you guys mean to me. And I love you all so, so much. So, realizing those things has helped push me forward and get where I am today. So, I wanted to go over my measurements real quick before I end the video. In April 2016, I take a lot of measurements now, like way more than I did back then, but I'll give you the measurements I had for back then, and I'll compare them with the other ones. But I'll also give you the extra measurements that I take every month. I take my measurements every month on the 25th. No, I take my measurements every month on the 12th, so I'm getting ready to take some new ones, but these are the ones for October that I'll be reading. And I record my weight on the 25th of every month, because that's when I started. But my left forearm was 11.5 when I started last year. In October 12th, remember that date, because that's when these measurements are from. So they're probably not very current, although I can't imagine they changed much in a month. But anyway, it was 11.5, April 2016. So October 12th this year, this is 10.5. This one was 11 in April. Now it's 10.5. So some of these don't change much, but they are changing, and that's what I'm thankful for, because I focus way too much on numbers, and I had to finally realize that it's the journey. It's every step you take is progress, and progress is progress no matter how small. So that has helped me a lot with not focusing so much on, oh my goodness, how much weight am I losing? So the left upper arm is 15, or it was 15, and now it's 13 and a half. Right upper arm was 16, now it's 14. It's kind of weird that this arm's bigger because I write with my left arm and do more with my left arm. But anyway, my chest, guys, my chest was 54 inches when I started in April. It is now 42 3/4. So I've lost over 10 inches in my chest. My bust is 49 and a half. So chest is like right here. Bust is, you know, I'm not going to point there, but you get it. So that's 49 and a half. But certain size clothes has went down, so I can wear 42s in certain kinds of clothes. I'm not going into detail. So that's interesting. I just realized that. So maybe that's not right. Anyway, my midriff, I didn't have a recording for April, but in April of this year, it was 45 and a half, and now it's 40, so that's like right here. My waist in April of 2016 was 49. It's now 42. My abdomen in April of this year was 57 and a half, and now it's 52, so that's like right here, like right above your belly button. My hips were 64. Whoa. I'm looking at these for the first time with you guys. Sorry, my phone's about to die. I need to hurry up. Hips in April of 2016 were 64, and now they're 50. Guys, that's 14 inches off my freaking hips alone. That is insane to me. Anyway, my butt, April of this year, was 60 and a half, and now it's 55 and a half, so that's good. My thighs haven't changed much. They look like they have, but inch-wise they haven't. April of last year, they were 33, and now they're 30. They're both 30. I measure the upper thigh, mid-thigh, and lower thigh, but I'm looking at the numbers real quick, and they're all pretty much the same except for my lower thighs. My left lower thigh was 23, and now it's 20 and a half, and my right lower thigh was 22, and now it's 19 and a quarter. So those have changed the most, and I can see it in pictures and stuff. My knees have changed a lot. My left knee was 19, which I think is the one that was hurting, so that makes sense that it was bigger. It was 19 inches, and now it's 15 3/4. My right knee was 17 inches, now it's 15 and a half. My left calf was 18 and a half, and now it's 17 and a half. My right calf was 17 and a half, and now it's 17, so they haven't changed much. And I don't really know if it's because I'm building muscle, or if I'm going to have big legs my whole life. I don't care, regardless, but it's just strange. I even measured my ankles, which haven't changed much. My left ankle has always been 10. My right ankle's 19 and a half. And my neck has went down 2 inches. So it was 17 and now it's 15. So I can tell because I can wear stuff like this and it not choke me out. But my current weight, so I was 322. My current weight as it stands right now is 254. So I think that was 68. Oh God, I'm so bad at math. But anyway, from 322 to 254. Did I say 64? I meant 54. 322 to 254. Oh my Lord. Okay, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. So this is how it stands right now. This is me. So me in all my awkward glory. But I love you guys, and I appreciate all your support. And journey's not over. I still have about 100 pounds to lose. My goal weight is actually between 150 and 160. I know that's kind of high for a woman, but I don't want to be super skinny. But the reason I have that 10-pound difference is because I don't know what I want to look like when I get done there. I haven't been that way since probably elementary school. So we'll see. But as it stands right now, that's my goal. So we'll see when I get there, and I will get there because I'm strongly motivated. I have a wellness coach now. I'm doing home workouts at home. I've completely changed the way I eat. One thing I want to do is to start eating less sodium because hypertension runs in my family. I retain a lot of fluid naturally, so I'm hoping with eating less sodium that will counteract it, and I won't retain so much fluid, and I'll lose some more water weight. But anyway, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all your support that you've given me over these last couple years. And I'm sorry that I fell off the bandwagon again, but I'm excited, so excited, and it's fun to see the progress pictures and to see myself changing every day. But I will update you guys probably next month if I remember, so please, some accountability here. If you watch this video, please remind me. But I'd like to have some good news for you guys in the next coming months. And I'll talk to you then, I guess. I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.